All right, Anik, start us off with Impa, please.
Impa, good to see you again, my man. I'm not gonna make you cry, don't worry. Um, I'm wondering, since winning the title, usually a lot of parents will give advice to their kids after they achieve some great success, right? Was
Mhm.
there any advice your parents gave you and your sister who just graduated, so congratulations to her. Like, did they give you any advice like after you won the belt?
Yeah, for sure. Stay in prayer, just keep trusting God and make the right decisions in my life. You're in a better position. But my mom always tells me, she said, like, you could do a lot of great work in the cage and in and out of it, but if you don't help people, that means nothing. So just, to ground myself, remember, she always tells me you're a Christian and then you're a man, and that, I have to stay grounded. So to get away and thank everybody that helped me get there. And when I get back home, just, shut my phone down and spend some time with the family.
I love that. And one more question for me. I know the PFL and now Bellator PR team plays a big role in helping the fighters. I want to know like what impact has Tawny and Gabby and everyone like had on your life.
Oh man, the entire PF organization is very cool. Like the Bellator, side too, we got to meet a lot of really great people. That's coming together, making fighting better, and in turn, it's made my life better. I mean, one of the cool moments I had with Todd and Gabby was the Fighters Only Award. It was my first award show I've ever been to. It was a big honor to be there. Had some great friends to me, and they were just so accommodating, welcoming, patient, and it's just cool. You're getting yourself out there, but on like outside of that, it's like they've been working with Joanna as my publicist, and we're working hand in hand. There's no issues. So it went from getting some, you know, clips here and there, and I get collaboration with PFL. And man, I got to speak to Rutgers University football team, been to wrestling events. I get invited to go to Manchester, England to speak to an MBA program, and it's all hidden, in part to the people of PFL. They've really been pushing me, and I'm recognizing that my team recognizes it. And man, like both gyms too, it goes past me. Like Tiny and Gabby, all the work that they've been putting in, it's just like it's really cool because Kill Cliff's getting a lot of attention. So is DK Fitness, and there's some young kids coming up, but they're just starting to see what life as a pro is like well before they're pros. So it's an honor. I'm grateful, and yeah, I love it here.
Thank you, man. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Ryan.
Hey, champ, I'm glad that Anik didn't make you cry again because that's a hard follow up after the PFL championship. And I just want to play off a little bit what he said too. Can you just talk a little bit about what it's meant, this crossover for you? Because it just looks like they've taken such good care of you at PFL. Do you think that's really helped get you to where you're at today?
Yeah, 100%. It's funny. This time last year, I wasn't even in the PFL. I wasn't signed to the PFL. I didn't even fight on the Challenger Series yet. And to be on this historic card, you know, doing something special with people that I love, it's a blessing. Like I say, for me, it's like I would plan to fight for like another 15, 17 years. And man, it'd be great to stay in PFL. And it's part of just not just because, like, okay, now I made $1 million, got your first world title, but it's like the people here are great and they really care about you, man. Like you just see all the work they're doing here, overseas, like uh, global, Europe, been to different shows, and anywhere I go, I've been, accommodated so well. You talk about, like I said, Tanya and Gabby. You talk about everybody who came over from the Bellator side, been really awesome, and really cool. You talk about everybody at PFL Europe, Don Davis, Pete Murray, Eduardo, you have Maria, you have Bree, what's that, Ray. I can go through the whole list of people, and every single person you reach out to them, I swear, it's no more than like an hour to hear back. I mean, they've been just so patient in helping me, and just the fact that they believe me as a fighter, believe me as a person, and encourage me to be myself. Then that means a lot. So it's just like it's an organization I plan on being in for until I'm done, right? And it's just because I say this where the grass is green, and hopefully I can make an impact, inside and outside of this. I think even after I decide to retire, which is always sad to think about from fighting. I always think like maybe I could, work in the PFL, help out too, and help fighters move along. And it's just because of my experience here, I feel like I want to give that back one day. Some people you should see the hours that they put in, the work that they put, and it doesn't matter. Funny enough, actually, about this, I called Tanya on the weekend, and she just answered me right away, told me how it's going to be and what I needed to do. And some people don't have to do that, man. Some people don't have to. They don't have to what's it called, like take time off their when they're off work, but they every single person PFL you message them, I swear it's no more than an hour. It's their professionalism that carries through, and they're the reason they're here first. In Saudi Arabia doing this. Today's Founders Day, so happy Founders Day to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and it's pretty cool. But like the way they're operating is so cool, and the way they're operating just makes me honored and proud to be part of this organization.
That's amazing to hear. And last one for me. Can you just talk about, I mean, you're in a den of killers there at Kill Cliff. Is there anyone that you're finding is particularly pushing you harder than most in this preparation for the fight?
Man, I'm blessed, Kill Cliff and DK Fitness in Miami. So my coach, Diego Navarro, he's also with me, but he also trains at Kill Cliff. So he has a gym in Miami and trains in Kill Cliff. So you have Henry G. Jones, but man, my whole team has been around me. I'm very grateful, right? People encourage me, they push me, they challenge me. It's like I can go through a list of fighters. People talk about Gregory Rodriguez, Aaron Jeffrey, Logan Storley, Tyrone Spong, golly, who else do I train with? I train with everybody. Delano Taylor, Jason Jackson. Right. It's just like I always want the most challenging rounds. And then my trainers, man, they don't take take crap for nothing. They push me, they challenge me, and it doesn't matter what I did the day before was the best day. It's like how can you be that much better, right? We talk from Dieter, Greg Jones, Henry, Nick. I'm my teammate Elvin Espinoza here with me. And like he'd meet me in the mornings before practice just to help me get better on certain details of my game and different aspects. So I'm just very, very blessed to be here, man. And it's like you said, it's the Lions and it's a group of killers, and I'm very, very blessed.
Thanks, champ.
Steve.
Hey, Impa, how you doing today?
Great, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Johnny Eblen, a lot of people saying he's the best middleweight in the world at this point. Do you go along with that?
No, Johnny Eblen's an excellent fighter. I won't say the best middleweight in the world. I think he's one of the better fighters in the world, for sure. And man, he's earned his place. I think if you take away a weight class, I think sometimes we focus too much on a weight class. We focus too much on trying to be the best in your division. No, he's one of the better fighters in the world, and that's why I want this fight. When I claim this victory this weekend, it's gonna, be just affirmation of who I know who I am. My team knows who I am, but it doesn't take away from who Johnny is. It's an honor to be there and with him. It's an honor to be in that cage, right? Got his coach over here, Conan, sitting next to me. Hey, Conan, how you doing? And I'm grateful because these are the fights that you pray for. These are the fights that, as a young fighter, as a young man, you always want to have like the big gladiatorial bouts. And the fact that I get to do it against a guy like him, it's an honor.
Yeah, you might not want to answer this one with his coach right next to you, but how do you feel the two of you match up stylistically? Obviously, he's known for his pressure.
Yeah, he's awesome. Anywhere he goes, I'll dominate him from the beginning to the end and claim his victory. He'll get the finish. It doesn't take away from him or his team, right? I've been around them forever, just like from even before I was in PFL, right? So it's like I'm grateful. His pressure's solid, his striking's solid, his grappling, his wrestling, everything, his IQ, his pace, and his attitude. Like he's a warrior, and that's what I wanted. So when I claim his victory, when I finish this fight and I dominate him, I move forward. No bragging. We just move forward. And hopefully he joins the season. I know he considered that. So make it the first fight of the season. Make it this middleweight bout and make it the first fight of the season if he chooses to join.
You mentioned middleweight there. Obviously, last season you thought you had that success at light heavyweight. How has it been for you undergoing that process to move back down for this one?
Man, it's about discipline. You stay disciplined, you're ready to go, prepared. I don't treat this as a sport. I treat this as my lifestyle. And it's beautiful. I really enjoy it, actually. It's cool because like when you're light heavyweight, still need discipline, still need to stay focused. And now you shift it in a different way. So for me, it's like dialed in, ready to go. And you'll see Saturday.
Thank you, and best of luck.
Thank you. God bless.
Mills.
Hey, what's going on, Impa? It's MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio. How you doing today?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good, good. I had the honor to interview you a couple of times when you fought in the UFC. Can you just tell the people about your nickname that your father gave you and what that means to you?
For sure. Yeah. So I always said, well, thank you for the question. So when I started fighting, before my first amateur fight, I said, they asked me, what's your nickname? I'm like, what's my nickname? Didn't have one. My mom and dad were cooking collard greens like at 3 a.m. for some reason. It must have been some holiday time. And my dad's native language is called Chiluba. And back in our culture in the Bantu tribe, the mightiest warrior would fight for the top name. It'd be Chilobo. I wanted a name that, incorporated my faith as a Christian and also represented my culture, Bantu culture. So the warriors would fight. When the warriors fight, the top warrior would be called Chilobo. So my dad gave me that name, and every time I fight, I get to earn that name again. So it's not like I just walk around with the nickname Chilobo, but every time I claim victory, that's what it is. And that's what it's an inspiration for me.
Got it. And then one more for me. Is that a Stetson hat?
Actually, this isn't a Stetson hat. I had a Stetson hat last season. This is another one from Boot Barn. let's see, it's a barn or no Bailey. It's a Bailey hat. I like it has a cool little horse on the inside. I don't know if you can see him.
Got it.
But
Got it.
yeah, appreciate it.
No worries, man. Keep doing what you're doing every day, putting out those morning messages out there, spreading the word, man. Love those posts more than I love seeing anything else out.
Thank you. God bless you, man.
Dylan.
What's up, Impa? How we doing, man?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good, good. Good to talk to you once again, man. Hope all is well. I wanted to ask you, what has life been like since you won that belt last year, and how well has that $1 million served you thus far?
Man, life, since winning the belt last year is a big honor, right? I got to fight an excellent fighter in Josh Silver, sitting in front of his dad, like I said. But I did get a fight at an excellent fighter, right? And for me, it's inspired my life to search deeper into discipline, look more within myself, and instead of going out, I wanted to go more within. I've been in nature a lot. I've been walking to the gym. I've kind of simplified things even more. It wasn't about like getting all flashy. It could help my family, help myself, my team, and those around me, right? And it's encouraged me, to just to stay the course and see what I can do to be better, right? So that's what's impacted my life. More, make the right investments. Like I said, I'll be going public with it here probably the next 3 or 4 months about investments and what we're doing. I'm going back to school April 17th, doing like a certificate program with Harvard Business School. So I'm excited about that. And I just want to keep encouraging and challenging myself. The next step is to finish a few certificate programs, then, apply to certain MBA programs like Wharton and Harvard Business School online. So yeah, for me, it's just about how much more can I learn? How much more can I get better in the gym and outside the gym? So I'm just dialed in, man. And that $1 million for me was just the first investment in capital, and that's what it was. And it's like, how can I build that into more and make it multiply? So I'm grateful.
Definitely, man. Well, good luck with the schooling. I have a lot of respect for that. Of course, this week I saw you in some videos creating memories with the children and the fans of Saudi Arabia. How rewarding is it to know that no matter where you fight, no matter where you travel, you're always going to be a respected guy and have fans in that any which place?
Yeah, it's a great honor, to be respected by people from, all different cultures, walks of life, different faiths, different beliefs, different customs, man. When I walked into that gym, that was my first open workout ever. And I mean, I was just very honored that the PFL even chose me to do an open workout, right? The fact that like I said, I wasn't even in the PFL this time last year. My first fight in the PFL, during the season was actually a showcase fight. I was still getting the alternate position, got the season, got the title, and then now I'm here, right? And some people came up to me and were telling me more about my life than I knew about myself. I was like, oh, that's cool. And they're so sweet, man. This kid asked me a question. Like, funny enough, he just messaged me on Instagram, little kid. And he's like, what do you do if you feel fear before a match? And like the way he thought, the way he was thinking, these kids are bilingual, everything. It was just cool, man. And the kids were grappling, wrestling. Like, that's what it's about for me. Like, I don't really care to parade the belt around or anything like that, but I do care about kids, man. And kids are the future. Kids really they have pure hearts. So it says like, you enter the kingdom of heaven with the heart of a child. And like these kids, you see why. It doesn't matter where they are from. And I was talking to my team about that. Like, if you could, at a young age, bring kids around each other from different cultures and different values and different customs, you'd be looking at people a lot different when you're older. So I wish that there are more moments like this for young kids, right? For me, it's like I have great parents who love everybody, they love people unconditionally loved. But it was just inspiring, man. I think I was looking at the kids more training than I was even doing the workout. So they made that special. And if they ever get to hear this, tell them I said thank you.
Much respect to you, and thank you for the time, Impa.
Thank you.
All right, Impa. Thank you. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Appreciate you.